I'm Thomas Harrington, and I'm here to try to help you find out how to use an exam-safe browser while using Schoology. Our school just shifted to use Schoology, but that was one of the complaints, was that students would be able to switch back and forth between the test and to find information or to copy the test and send it to other students. And so the school needed a solution to find a web-safe browser. Today, I think I'll be able to help you out, and here's the examples that I'm going to show you next. So this is Schoology. As many of you know, if you're watching this, you probably are here just because you use Schoology as well and want to have an exam-safe browser. The solution is this. This is Safe Exam Browser. If you go to safeexambrowser.org, you just have to go there. It'll automatically direct you to this site I have, okay? Depending on which platform you have, Windows or Mac, just go to the download resources, okay? If you click on download, Windows is first, but you'll be able to scroll down to here where it says Mac OS X. Just click Save Exam Browser, and this will open up a method to download it. I believe it's through SourceForge is the downloading. When you download it, okay, this is a tip. Be sure to download it from this site. Don't download it from the iTunes store. The reason being is different functions are disabled in the version available from the iTunes store. That's very important. So when you go ahead and download it, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, hopefully by now you have installed the Safe Exam Browser. I'm going to show you a few details on how to make sure that they can't cheat. So if my students were taking an exam on the Civil War, well, they could open up a new tab and then there you go, okay? They can go to any kind of website to get information. Before they even start, they could just copy, okay? And that way they could be ready to just paste it right in when it came time for an exam. You want to stop this, okay? So what you're going to do is set it up within the Safe Exam Browser, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So go ahead and open up Safe Exam Browser. When you open it up the first time, it's going to first get rid of all your background programs, and it's going to go to a pre-assigned website. That pre-assigned website, the first time you open it, is the user manual, okay? When you open it, you may get frustrated because you can't save it anywhere because that's a function that's disabled. First thing you need to do is to go to Preferences, okay? Over here it has Preferences. If you don't see this menu, just hit Command and comma. If you're using a PC or maybe you have a bigger keyboard than I do and you can hit F6 or F3, sometimes that'll get it going as well. I already set mine up for an administrative password. Yours probably does not have that at this point. When you open it, you'll see the different settings you can have within, well, settings. If you downloaded it from the iTunes store for a Mac, you will only have maybe 3 of these options, okay? So once again, it's important to download it from that website where you got it. If you notice the start URL, change this to whatever you want it to be. You can have it go to your personal website, you can have it go anywhere, okay? So go ahead and set that start URL. The next thing you must do is to set the administrator password. If you don't set the administrator password, well then that means a student could go through and change your settings, and even worse, put in an administrative password where you can't even get in it, okay? So be sure to put in it the administrative password and a quit password. This is optional. I like this option because when the student goes to quit, they even have to raise their hand to get you to come and physically get them out of this test, okay? So you can go and type in a password. I like that option. The more you use Safe Exam Browser, you will see that they even have it set up where you can have a link where the student at the end of a test can click on it and it will excuse them out of the test. It's really neat. Configuration file. It normally defaults at starting the exam. Since for the purpose we're using today, I put it on configuring a client. That means I can save a file and share it with somebody, and when they open that file, it's going to use my general settings, okay? Also down here, you can do this. I didn't encrypt it. I'm sure it's going to give me a warning about it, but right now I'm not too worried about that. When you get the general set up the way you want it to do, go over here and save the settings, okay? When you save it, I'm just going to put test for YouTube. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to save it. And it says, yes, they've been saved. Good. All right. Now let's go through a few more of these options before I'll show you how it works. The appearances, you can change how big it is. The browser, you can set it up where it will block when redirecting to a different server. If you in your test you have them work on your test, but then you have an embedded link, make sure that these settings are correct. What you may want to do is after you use this, you may want to try it yourself to make sure you're not blocking the students from important information. Download, upload. On the computer that's going to receive the file, they're going to have download and open SEB configuration files. If it doesn't have this, your general settings are not going to get transferred to their computer. Okay, we're just going to stop right there for now. So I'm going to restart. Okay, so here we are at Schoology. So here I am. I'm going to sign in, log in for our Oxford School District. This is brand new at our school. Okay. Well, it's saying it's wanting to log in. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here's my site. Well, earlier, let's say I open up a few websites that I really wanted to. I'm going to Command Tab. Well, it's not letting me out of Schoology. Okay. Let's say if I wanted to paste something in, well, I can't. Let's say I want to go to Messages. I type a new message. Let's just say I'm supposed to write about the Civil War. Well, that information I copied isn't pasting in because that's disabled as well. So I can't cheat that way either. This is a really neat function. So I highly recommend you download the Safe Exam browser that allows you to lock them into Schoology. Okay. And my next thing I'm going to show you is how to share that file. That way the students open it and they are locked in as well. Okay, because you don't want to keep them locked in all the time because they need to do research and things like that. So let me get out of this. Well, when I clicked exit, as you can see, it says enter quick password, so it's requiring me to put my password in. All right, hope that helps. Go to the next part. Show you how to use the file that you created, the config file, and put it in Schoology so when students open it, it will actually adjust their browser configuration to the point where when it locks it out, it is at your settings and not at some other teacher settings. Okay, so as you can see right here, I am in Schoology. I'm going to go up here to courses. Well, I'm already there, but I'll show you how I got there. I went to courses, and under courses you can select one of your classes. Okay, I'm in ELL section 1. I'll just double click it again. It's moving a little slow. And when that happens, you have, as you can see down here, you got a files, links section. So I'm going to click on that. When you click on that, you'll see the file I've already uploaded, the test for YouTube, as I said earlier. To do that, all you got to do is click on Add. It'll give you a little drop down and you click Add File. I'll show you what that looks like, just to help you out. When you do that, it's just like anything where you have to add a file. You click Attach File, and after you do that, it will open up basically your Finder on a Mac, and then you can go find it. Well, here's that file. So I've already uploaded it, so I'm going to hit Cancel, but you would need, of course, to click Open. So once that happens, you have your file here. Well, when the students in class, if you're going to have an exam, just say, all right, students, go to Files and Links, and open up, and whatever you name it, this of course is named Test for YouTube. When they click on it, as you can see, it's got the little question mark there showing that it's not supported. In other words, it's not going to run inside of Schoology. Well, there it is. It has the name and everything. So I'm going to go to Save. I'm going to put it in my, actually I'm going to drop it in my downloads, just so it'll be easier to find. I'm going to click Save. Alright, now wherever that went, yeah, there we go. I'm in Google Chrome, so it's going to put it down here conveniently. If you're in like Safari, a lot of times you got to click on the upper right hand corner. So I'm going to click over here, and as soon as I click on it, if you notice, my Safe Exam browser thing is jumping up and down, and so that means it can't wait to open this wonderful file that we loaded. All right, as you couldn't see, but I could see, it worked perfectly. Okay, it worked, it opened up, it took me to Schoology, it didn't let me do anything, and well, thankfully, it didn't let me record it either. And that's why you don't get to see it. But if you're wondering, with this screencast software I have, when I recorded it, it actually went to a blank screen that just showed the screencast recording software label, which was kind of interesting. You could see my mouse moving around clicking, but it did not record anything. So even if the kids get creative and try to use a screencasting software program, they can't copy your test. That does bring us to an issue. Within the test on a Mac, you can hit Shift, Control, Command, and 3, or Shift, Command, Control, and 4, or there's another variation to that, and do a screen capture. That actually is still active while you're running the test. That's bad because that means when you're giving the test after first period, everyone might just make 100 because they copied it. Okay, I'm going to show you next how to disable the screen capture function on a Mac. So that's it's a little detailed, but not too bad. Anybody can do it, so just stay tuned for the next part. This is if you want to go to this website, http sourceforge.net, and this is actually they're discussing this problem as well. So you can just go to this website. This is where you can get some of this information. What you need to do is open up Terminal. Okay, Terminal just looks like this, very uninspiring. If you're in your programs and you can't find it, just go up to the search window at the top and type in Terminal, and you only get one choice. Okay, so at least on mine. So I'm opening up Terminal, and I want to type in this little bit right here. Okay, this command is going to tell my computer to shut off your screenshots. So just so you hear it one more time, it'll take pictures. Okay, I'm going to put in this command. It's not letting me put in the command. Let's try that again. You want to get saved in here. Oh, that's because I took the pictures. A little special sometimes. So copy, going back over here, paste. Okay, once you do that, I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to ask for my password because it's basically telling me, are you sure you want to mess with this? So I'm going to say, of course. And there we go. So now I'm going to try to take a picture. Nothing. How cool is that? I just turned off my screen capture on my computer. Okay. The next part is you probably want to turn that back on eventually. So that's where I'm going to get to this guy. Right over here. Let's see. Yeah. And so I'm going to go back here, paste another line, and now listen. It's back. All right. So that's good. So that means you can turn it off and you can turn it back on. Okay. What does this have to do with you as a teacher? Well, all you need to do is find some techie people at your school. Hopefully your school has a tech department, and they can either, one, write a script that will surround this. Basically, when they run this program, it'll immediately disable it and then enable it at the end, or you can just have them disable it. It's not the most convenient, but it does stop another way of cheating. Okay. And as a general rule, the students are probably working hard and heavy to find another way to cheat, but that's a whole nother story. So this is one solution of getting rid of the screenshots. I hope this is helpful. Thanks.